Okay, you see this? I'm gonna teach you how to make your own. Well, not your own, but frick. I'm gonna teach you how I animate. At least I think it's considered animation in a way. I don't. It's 5 in the morning. Leave me alone. So what I do first is I make my OC, and then I remove any facial features. You want to get rid of all of those facial features. You're gonna have to stick them on. And of course, I was being selfish and not showing you how. So now I have to go back and gacha life 2 and put it in. Okay, so your goal is to get a picture of all the body parts. Now, if you do have similar pieces, do not bother trying to add it in because work smarter, not harder, okay? But if your character has different pieces on it, you're definitely gonna want to take the whole thing. Also, no, this isn't her face. I just wanted to give an idea on what you should do. So there's 3 different ways that you can do this that I know of, but you can either make a base character, which you just go in and you draw most of everything on the character versus using raw gacha life 2. I also do not recommend this if this is your first time doing any of this tweening stuff or animating. Just don't do it. Or you can make your character and then have it where you only edit some of the pieces on. Also, small little side note, you don't only have to use gacha life 2, but we're getting there. And then there's full raw gacha, which I really recommend if you're a beginner. I really recommend this. Don't listen to me, you don't have to, but I'm just saying. This is also a great body sheet, so take notes. Now, as I was saying before, you can literally do this with anything, but your character must be standing straight. It has to be. If it's not standing straight, then you better have more experience because it's really difficult to get everything in proper place. So you might not be able to fit everything on one screen. That's okay. Just move stuff out of the way and take another screenshot. Oh my gosh, where's the background music? You get nothing. Sit in silence. If you're a beginner or you're not good with sizing stuff, then you're gonna want to take a screenshot of a base of your character just standing straight up. Now this next part, depending on if you have money or not, is how you're gonna set up the character. I just say character. Okay, so I almost forgot something super duper important. When you're in whatever app you're using, make sure that the background is one of these colors. Or if you have experience and you know which background works best for you, then use that. But you're gonna want something that's easy to get rid of and doesn't leave those pesky lines. Here is a great example when I used to use white backgrounds. If you're not big money and you can't get premium, which is $3.99 by the way, don't get the other stuff. It's not worth it. Get $3.99. It costs less. It gives you everything. Or if you just don't want to trust the app right off the bat, which is understandable, you're gonna want a big canvas. Not to the point where it lags out your phone, but you want it to be pretty big. Also, it doesn't have to be the same sized canvas, but you're gonna want the same shape because I know everyone's device is different. If you have premium, you still want it to be pretty big because this can happen. This is something else that can happen, especially if you don't have premium. If you don't have premium, put your character in the left bottom corner because the watermark is going to be in the other corner on the right side. If you want to test that theory for whatever reason, you can always take your character base and insert it in. Now, if you do have premium, all you have to do is remove the signature, turn on high quality, and of course, change the background color to whatever you want it to be. So yeah, if you have premium, you can put your character in the middle, but You still can't keep your character close to the sides or anything. I had a clip for this, but I don't know where it went, so we're carrying on. You're gonna use your lasso and you're gonna use your magic wand, and you're just gonna get rid of the background and select anything extra that needs to go. Yes, that includes the sides. Get rid of the sides. It's gonna leave some ugly lines behind. Then after that, you're going to select cut. Also, this is probably the worst place to put it, but I'm gonna add timestamps, so don't worry. But you're gonna wanna like take extra screenshots of any like extra faces you wanna add, or extra hands, or just anything extra you want. Now you can just go in and edit stuff or draw it if you want to. This is the only time I'll let beginners do it, but a whole body sheet, don't do that. Once you've finished like editing everything or cutting the background out, you're gonna want to take each piece and put it in its own layer until everything has its own layer, which I'm showing right here. Pay close attention. Wow. You see that? Wow. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. After you're done putting everything in its own layer and getting rid of the original layer, you're gonna want to bring your base and make it a low opacity and get sticking together. I recommend starting with either the head or the body, or just whatever works best for you. Also, yes, you're supposed to keep the base on. The only reason why I have mine off is because I'm more experienced. I've been doing this for years now. So I know how I want everything to be sized. Also, please double check everything. Make sure there's no extra lines everywhere. Make sure you're placing everything in the right spot. You can turn off layers if you need to, so you can see body parts more clearly. Okay, so here you're only going to duplicate anything if you already placed it in the right spot, and of course if the part already looks the same in the first place. You will also have to mess with the layers a lot so they aren't just packed in a weird way. This is why it's important to turn off layers or to move certain pieces out of the way, because you can do this and then not realize until later on, and you don't want that. Once you have everything well put together, extra arms, extra faces, you're gonna want them to be very close to each other, like what I'm about to show right here. How you want to layer everything completely depends on you, but this is how I did the faces for mine. It's hard to see, but those are mouths. Once you're done, your character should look close to this. You are then gonna want to save every layer as a transparent PNG, but you don't want to do it like that. You want to do it like this, by going into the layers menu and pressing the three dots and pressing save layer as a transparent PNG. Also, just like the eyes or the hands, whatever, you can also add like blush or certain effects. If you don't have premium, have like a chroma key background, so like blue, pink, green, and that will be the very first photo that you end up saving. Also, another thing, make sure you get rid of that base. After you're done saving all the photos, you're gonna want to open up Flamingo Animator and press the why do I keep messing this up? The plus icon, and then you're gonna put whatever name you want to put and press OK. Once you're here, press make skeleton. Once you get there, you can start adding images by pressing the plus button. Oh, and please make sure you saved all the photos in order, because you have to insert them in order or you're gonna be struggling later on. Also, something very important after importing each photo is to press those three dots and to crop the images. It lags so bad. You'll be thanking me later. This is how you merge images together. Just watch closely because I don't know how to explain this. Oh, and make sure you're putting it into the right thing. If you do end up in a situation of putting it in the wrong thing, then you're going to want to click those 4 squares and it separates. Now, if you have multiple eyes or multiple eyebrows, multiple mouths, hands, you can just select them and put them all together. But this can make your stuff lag. Okay, so this is also hard to explain, but you're gonna want to press the paintbrush and kind of like draw on some stems on your character. But you're gonna want to make sure that you're selecting each piece as you do it. So for instance, the body, then do the shoulder, then do the forearm. So each parent has a child. Just watch how I'm doing it. I hope it somehow clicks. You don't have to do it perfect right now. We're gonna fix this, but just make sure you have everything put with the right piece. And you can also test this by going on to animate and moving the pieces and seeing if they're moving with the right pieces. But yeah, most of this is easier to learn when you actually get experience in. There's even this little guy, which is a tutorial, and it just explains everything. So yeah, once you're done making sure all of the parts have the right stem thingies, you're gonna want to press this and you're gonna want to like move everything to look like this. Also, don't put them too close together. It makes it really hard to move everything. Nice and spaced out. This is what we're looking for. So yeah, let me just hide that. And yeah, if you can move your character like this, you did it right. Congratulations.